Hey guys, it's Min's TV. Sorry I haven't uploaded in so long. I was busy with doing some other things. Nonetheless, I'll try to keep a more consistent upload schedule from now on. Well, regardless, the mouse we will be reviewing today is the Bloody A70. I'm sure you heard of this one because countless other YouTubers also tried reviewing this, and I just like to tag along on the trend. Now, as you know, the Bloody A70 can reach ridiculously high amounts of CPS and is known as one of the best drag-clicking mouses out there. I got this by shipping from Bloody USA, and how you can get this mouse yourself is, first of all, go on the Bloody Instagram, and then you'll be able to get a waitlist for the Bloody A70 and A60. And that's how I got mine. Regardless, let's get into the actual review. Now, the first category is going to be DPI. Now the DPI comes in many different, you can select many different options for the DPI. I recommend using 800 to 1600, but the DPI on this is actually pretty good, and it tracks your movements very well. I've had no problem at all using this in gameplay. I've used this for an entire 2 months, and it wasn't faulty at all. So I'm gonna have to give it a solid 8 out of 10 if it comes to DPI, because I've had no real problems with it. It picks up my motions pretty well, so yeah. The second category is going to be lighting. Well, lighting's pretty straightforward, to be honest. I think I've only used this light, and of course, if you're buying the A70, lighting isn't really important because you're going for the CPS, aren't you? But I'm going to go over the CPS and drag clicking capabilities last. Well, as you can see, the lighting is nothing really too impressive, just blinking RGB lights. I don't have any complaints. I think you can turn the RGB off if you want to as well. If it bothers you, then you can do that anytime. Now, the third performance is going to be in-game performance, like how the clicks register and how your aim is. Well, for the A70 itself, the clicks don't really feel too good. It's a bit heavy to click. And if you just try normal clicking on it, it's a bit hard to get over around 8 CPS. I mean, you can get up to 10 on average, but like your ankle hurts. No, not your ankle. My bad. Your wrist hurts after you consistently click 10 CPS, which is why everyone seems to be butterfly clicking with it. So, and again, for aiming, as I said previously, there's no real problem with it, except for that the mouse is really light, and sometimes your aim might go haywire. But besides that, it's doing quite okay in gameplay. So yeah. And before we go on to drag clicking capabilities like CPS, I just want to tell you, if you want to buy this mouse, then you probably should buy it because it is 100% worth your money. It has solid performance, as I will mention in the next section. It has wonderful drag clicking capabilities. So I just want to tell you, this mouse is definitely worth the money you'll pay for it, which is, I believe, around 40 bucks, and including shipping. But nonetheless, if you're wondering if you should buy this mouse or not, I just want to tell you definitely should, because it lives up to your expectations when it comes to CPS. Well, I'll explain the CPS right now. So on my first day that I got the A70, obviously, I opened it right away and tested it. And I could already get around 65 CPS, and around 2 months later, I can get upwards of 70 CPS. So it's not disappointing at all when it comes to CPS. And I also get a lot of questions about texture, and the texture is pretty okay even without the tape. I can still drag like pretty normally, but with this, I can only get up to around 50 CPS. You need the tape to unlock its full potential, I guess. Yeah, so this doesn't really require any tape. If your hands just aren't extremely sweaty, they should probably work. So the texture's pretty okay, and the clicking is pretty good as well. But when you drag click, since the clicks are pretty heavy, you have to put a bit of force when you click. So if you don't have a lot of finger power, if you don't have that, then maybe you should try considering another mouse like the Kane 122. But again, this thing is a beast when it comes to CPS. I can't even explain how good it is for clutching, bridging, and all of that. So for drag clicking, obviously, I'm gonna have to give it a 10 out of 10 or maybe like an 11 out of 10. I've never had a mouse this good for drag clicking. But for things like PvP or yeah, just PvP, it's probably not the best mouse to choose because like, in overall capabilities, it probably lacks a bit of points as it's a bit of an old school mouse, if I say like that's the way to say it. But mostly it's because the clicks are so heavy that sometimes you just can't click at all, and that's a real downside for me. But yeah, that's my general review of the Bloody A70. If you like the video, please leave a like and subscribe. We're trying to get to 600 subscribers. Nonetheless, thank you for watching my video, and I'll see you in the next one, where I'll be reviewing a new keyboard of mine.